Hey guys, welcome back to TTMR. Today we will be reviewing Masters of the Universe, directed by Travis Knight, who is best known for his directorial work on 2018's Bumblebee and 2016's Kubo and the Two Strings.
Masters of the Universe follows Prince Adam, He-Man, who is sent away from his world before he has the opportunity to return and save his home, seeking the help of close friends and allies to help fulfill this goal and reach his true potential.
Alright, we will be getting into spoilers in this next section, so if you have not seen the movie for yourself and don't want to get anything spoiled, go to this timestamp. To be completely honest, I had a hunch I was going to like this film, but I had no idea that it would truly blow me away this much. I can't remember the last time Sean and I have had a theater experience this fun, and honestly, if you didn't think this movie was hilarious, you might just be a stick in the mud. The first thing that this movie did fantastically that I want to talk about would have to be the action and choreography. Throughout the entire film, Sean and I were just turning and looking at each other in shock and awe at how well choreographed the action sequences were in this film. The first of these scenes being the exchange between Duncan, Man-at-Arms, and Trapjaw as Skeletor was invading Eternia. This sequence does a fantastic job at showing how versatile Duncan is as a fighter, and I really loved how no matter what situation he was put in, he would pull out a new weapon or move to gain the upper hand. There's a sequence in the last act of the film as our protagonist return to Grayskull that I absolutely adore. We follow Teela in this beautiful tracking shot that just fully immerses you into the atmosphere of the fight. Lastly, action-wise, the final fight between Skeletor and He-Man was absolutely fantastic, and I think the slowdown into each blow was actually a phenomenal choice. It added so much weight to each hit that it let the audience know this is the climax. The pacing within this film was also standout compared to other films I've watched as of late. I truly don't think that there was ever a time when I felt like the movie was hard to follow, too fast, or too sluggish. And man, the soundtrack was just phenomenal. Daniel Pemberton did an incredible job bringing the fantastical world of Eternia to life through his score. Some of his standouts were the aforementioned Eternia, The Power of Grayskull, and Fight for Snake Mountain. The choices for licensed songs throughout this film were also used sparingly, which I think is a positive, and I absolutely adored the use of The Cure's Boys Don't Cry. One final thing I really want to touch on has to be the message this film is trying to deliver. While maybe a little on the nose at times, this movie makes it a point that you should never change who you are for others and be yourself. I think that this is an extremely powerful message for a younger audience, but more importantly, a very necessary one.
Going into this, I really wasn't sure what to expect, but damn did it blow my expectations away. I mean, this is one funny movie, man. Both Max and I consistently found ourselves cackling in the theater the entire time, and I'm sure attracted some odd glances. What I was especially surprised by was Nicholas Gallett's scene as He-Man. Before this, all I knew him for was being that detective in the Sheep Detectives, which, before you ask, of course we saw it unironically. But yeah, I mean, he was not only great in this, but it's hard to imagine someone who would have been better, as he both captured He-Man as buff and swag, but also ironically bashful and polite, which made for a very funny combination. Like, what set Max and I off early on in the movie was when he met back up with the Warriors of Eternia and walks in with the Sword of Power talking about some "Hi, sir." Beyond that, Jared Leto as Skeletor was also surprisingly great, as the super deep and rumbling voice actually made the goofs with him even funnier by contrast. Like when he was doing an evil laugh after killing Mossman in front of his goons and then just starts laughing hysterically until he's literally gasping, which Max and I were just dying from. Also, don't even get me started at the end where Skeletor got to be in their places on Earth in He-Man's visions, especially where he got to be just a gym bro mocking him. What I was pretty surprised by was the amount of adult jokes in this movie that also took us both off guard and made the whole thing even funnier, which I especially remember when Fisto and Ram Man were fighting the bad guys and we heard the absolutely stunning lines from Fisto, "Let's fist some bad guys and give them head, Ram Man." Out of everything, I'll definitely remember this movie for its humor, as I can't stress enough just how often we found ourselves having a great time laughing up a storm.
I have to be brutally honest here and say that the best thing about this movie was easily the comedy, but shortly behind it would have to be the visual representation. For the comedy, I mean, come on. Hearing Fisto talk about fisting his enemies literally worked on me every single time. Now, for the visuals, while some of the green screening and CGI looked just a little bit off at times, the sets looked absolutely breathtaking almost all of the time. Regarding the worst thing we feel this film did, it would most likely have to be that shoddy CGI and green screening. But I must stress that it was so minimal, I don't think it ever really took me out of the scene.
With all of the positive stuff we've said about this movie so far, I don't think it's very surprising to say that we really like this movie. Both Max and I gave this film a 9 out of 10 for of course an average of 90%. This was easily one of the most fun theater experiences we've had in a while, so it's definitely going to be one to remember.
So, the verdict. If you love a light-hearted, action-packed story with well-written characters and constant humor, this movie is definitely for you. Between all the laughs, all the breathtaking backgrounds, and the well-paced story, this is easily a movie that I feel anyone can have a good time watching.
So with that being said, that has been a review of Masters of the Universe. Remember that this is just our opinion, so you don't necessarily have to believe everything that is said here. Come back soon for more reviews or browse through existing ones on the channel.
We hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and if you enjoyed, you could like or subscribe to help us out. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.